Hey, Billy from Perma Pastures Farm, and we got some exciting news on a couple of fronts. Number one, we got more bone sauce back in stock. Check it out at the website. We also got some new t-shirts, but we have a very limited supply. We opened it up first to the folks on Patreon, but it's available for everybody now. Okay, today, the reason I'm so excited about what we're going to do today is you see all these eggs? Yeah. Okay, this came from our chickens down the way over here, okay? This bowl, of course, was carved by William. Now, today, we're going to show you how to produce all of these for free and how we have been doing it forever and a day. And guess what? Here's the critical part. It's not even going to require the chicken tractor on steroids. If this right here is the way you've been feeding your chickens, you already weren't money ahead. And that's before we already heard the news about the things going on with, let's say, Tractor Supply as far as, you know, that scandal that's going on, and also with the elevated chicken prices or egg prices you see in the store. Big things, look, whether contrived or otherwise, it's happening right now. But for the longest time, many years, we've been feeding our chickens a different way. Now, in the past, we have been the world's biggest champions for what I'm going to go to my... I'll go anywhere and I'll tell anybody the best system on planet Earth as far as raising chickens, and I mean in terms of meat, raising eggs, and producing tons of compost is the chicken tractor on steroids. But let's say you're not geared up for that right now. Trust me, in the coming days, we're going to talk more about that. If you're not geared up for that, then I'm going to offer you an alternate plan that we've been doing for years. And frankly, we've been doing ever since we ended the last chicken tractor on steroids. We have been feeding our birds exclusively this way. And I'm going to show it to you today. And I'm going to show you how with zero cost, we are raising our birds and we are doing it for free. Like I said, if you're going in the store, we always keep some of this on hand for whatever. But if you're going to the store right now and buying this stuff, even if you're getting it from a wholesaler in bulk, you're really not money ahead these days. I'm going to show you how we get around it. Now, we've talked a little bit about it before, but we have partners in town, okay? We've developed these relationships. We've been doing this for years. And in the future videos, I'm going to show you up close and personal some of these people and how I get them, how I convince them to give me their food scraps. Now, nearly all of it is organic. Now, right here in this bucket, if I had to fill it up, we'd say 1/4 pound per bird per day, roughly, okay? We'd stick it in this bucket, go out there, and you give it to your birds. But here's the way we do it. Just like we showed you the DIY dog food, I'm going to show you the DIY chicken food. This is not experimental, y'all. We've been doing this forever and a day. Now, I know with the number of birds out there, it's sitting on a bathroom scale. Yeah, real high tech here. I'm going to go in here with my scoop, and look here. This is beans. What's in here right now that you see, maybe you can't see it high definition, but it's mostly rice, some pork, some lettuce, and beans. And I'm going to throw that up in here until I get my desired weight. Okay? And just a little bit more. We feed them twice a day, so if you do it once a day, then it would be one time you put it all in there. All right, so there we are. This here, just in this 5-gallon bucket, because the weight on this stuff, it's wet weight, okay? You're going to find out, and trust me, we've done experiments, so you can go watch the playlist on the chicken tractor on steroids, where we've taken store-bought feed and put it next to the stuff we feed them, and the chickens will let you know which one they dig most. And it's always this. All right, so you know what's in this bucket now. Now, let me just stop here for a moment and explain something. If this were the chicken tractor on steroids, because we've played with this thing with the formulation 1,001 different ways. If it were the chicken tractor on steroids, I wouldn't add anything else to what's in here. But within that system, what we've designed, what we've figured out is that when everything is set right in there, the birds have no health issues. They have, in fact, they lay, 5 to 10% even more in terms of eggs. Everything works perfectly. But when they're not in that system, we've played with it a little bit, and it still works just fine if you gave them that. But to put the feather on in the cap, here's what I add to it. Just some stuff straight out of, the store. And I don't even measure this stuff out. So this is rosemary, good for just about everything. Now this is Thorvin kelp. You can go out there and you can give this, we can put it on demand. but I'll just sprinkle just a tiny little bit in there. I only do that once a day. And this here is diatomaceous earth. Like I said, with none of these, I need to add when they're in that chicken tractor on steroids. But when I got them in they're basically going behind the sheep right now, or the cow. It doesn't even matter. Even if I had them in a static environment where, let's say, it's a deep bedding method, I would still do this same thing. Okay, so the reason I got this glove on is now that I get that in there, I just kind of mix it up like so to make sure everything's coated. Now, everybody out there is telling you about the problems going on in this world. Yeah, I see them too, and so do you, so does everybody else. But I will never tell you a problem without providing a realistic solution that you can do. Now, in addition to this, if let's say I'm low on the rice and everything else, well, I know it's kind of junky in here, but those two bins right there, they have a bunch of bread in them, okay? And I get that from our partners as well. You want to take a look? Okay, right here, there's a bunch of mold on this stuff. Who cares? Birds don't care, and the pigs definitely don't care. So the chickens and the pigs essentially eat the same exact thing. We got the same thing over here. So can you repurpose this stuff? Well, we'll do videos in the future and show you how I do it when I got to mix bread into the system, because it tweaks just a little bit. And I'm even going to show you with some of the partners that we have in town, they've agreed to do a video with me to show you exactly how I work with them, how I make myself a blessing to their business so they are inclined to work with me to give me all of the stuff they have. Ladies! All right, so let's give it the ultimate test, shall we? Oh yeah. Isn't that cool? Okay, so yeah, they're in here. Anybody that tells you, first of all, chickens, you know, you see those commercials and they tell you our chickens eat vegetarian diets. Well, look at this one here. Got a whole mouthful of pork, okay? So as we said before, we feed everything but chickens to chicken and everything but pork to pork. And these guys love it. You look at them, their condition is fantastic. Don't ask me what any of these breeds are, because basically we've been breeding right here on the farm for quite a while now. And we got things that look like Australorps, but they're not. But that's not the point. The bigger point is, right now, there is a reason why we have been evangelizing forever and a day all these methods on how to feed your animals for free, how to do all this stuff for free or very, very little cost, because we saw this stuff coming. Well, look, you don't have to kick yourself in the butt, because we've provided enormous resources out there on how to get this stuff, the places to go, even scripts to use. We've done a lot of this stuff even on Patreon. So there you have it, y'all. There's your DIY chicken food. It is not difficult to do. We've been doing it forever and a day. Anytime we have a speaking engagement, this is what I talk about. In fact, we got one coming up. It's probably going to be one of the last speaking engagements I do this year, and it's going to be at the Organic Grower School, and that's exactly what it's all about. How to do what we are doing here, mostly with our omnivores, with our chickens and our pigs, how we raise them for 21 cents a pound, how we raise all the meat within these guys for free, and how we raise all of our chickens for free. It's not difficult. You can do this. I guarantee it. And in fact, if you're one of those people that maybe you have land, or you have limited area, or you have any number of things going on, maybe you're disabled, whatever the case may be, find ways to forward up with people to be able to do what we're doing here. Ain't that right, Bird? Yeah, here's a little friendly one here. But y'all look, like I said in the beginning, if you want a t-shirt, remember we got bone sauce, world's best deer repellent, back in stock that we made out of those pigs, or pig rather, that we just processed the other day. So we have more of that in stock. Check it out down below. You need anything from us, EMP Shield, Harvest Right, Freeze Dryer, any of that stuff, check it out. We're going to be doing a lot more of this, y'all, in the future, because despite what's going on with the times in terms of our feed, in terms of the eggs, we are showing you real deal, no, not experimental anymore, real deal ways on how you can do this and how you and your mutual assistance group or your family or your friends or anybody else around you can do this. Send this video to everybody you know because it's important, especially in these times. All right, y'all, till Billy... What are you doing, bird? Until next time, I'm going to say what we always say in the Permaculture Pimpcast. Stay alert, stay alive. We'll see you next time.